We are going to do the TBR prompts for March picking of books. It's very exciting. I kind of love this video. Like, I love these videos. I love doing TBR videos. They're very fun. I kind of miss doing them because I didn't really do them last year. But this year, we're 100% bringing them back. And I'm super excited. If you don't know, now you know. Pretend that there were no books there. That's actually my February TBR, which we are working through. Anyways, if you don't know, go to the February jar picks my TBR, because that will give you all of the books on these cards, these 2 cards. These are the 2 cards that we will be choosing books from. We're going to pick 2 prompts. I do not know what my book club pick for March is going to be because we haven't picked it yet, because this is actually mid-February when I am filming this, and I want to film it now so that I can get it edited and uploaded so that I can start actually working on some videos for March. I know. I kind of sort of wanted to see if I could film a vlog with the hour when my daughter is napping. I was going to see if I could do that. I was going to try at least and just see if that was a possibility. If it's not, then it's not. But I need to get this filmed and edited and put up before I can even start that vlog, because I don't want to get behind if I'm trying to, if that makes sense. I don't know if that made sense. But anyways, as we have done for the other 2 past TBR videos, I'm going to take this jar and I'm going to put it in this bag. And then we're going to pick out of the bag, because the jar is still pretty full and it's kind of still hard to get prompts out. So I'm going to wait probably until maybe even April or May, and then start picking prompts out of the jar. I don't know. Maybe we just never use the jar. Maybe the jar is just a prop. Maybe. I don't know. Anyways, we're going to go do that really quick right now. Also, I don't know if you can see the tinsel in my hair, but my daughter and I got a little tinsel in our hair for Valentine's Day. It was really cute and very fun. And we had a really good time doing it. We went to a friend's hair salon and she put some tinsel in both our hairs. We match and it's super cute. Anyways, I love it. And it was just a fun thing that we did for our first, well, I guess it's our second actually, but like our first like girls' Valentine's Day that she wasn't like an infant and didn't just sleep the whole entire time. We're gonna pick how many books? 7. We're gonna pick 7 books, and then our 8th book will be the book club pick for that month, but we haven't done our book club pick yet. So let's pick our first prompt. I'm like so sad because I really talked up these prompts in the January TBR video, and I haven't gotten the ones that I'm like super excited to do with you guys. So here, let's see. Setting is a character. Oh. Do you know what would be perfect for this? I feel as though this would be perfect because the setting is a character. Oh, I can't get it out. Before the coffee gets cold. I feel like this is like, because the setting is a cafe, and when you're in the cafe and you like order a drink or whatever, you can go back to a memory and you have until your coffee gets cold and then you have to come back. But I feel like the setting, you know, kind of is a character, you know what I mean? So yeah, I think that's perfect. Wow, book number 1. Book number 1. Okay, let's get another one. A book with barely any design. Okay, so we're looking for like kind of a boring book. We're looking for something with very little, very little design. I'm going to be honest with you. I can't really see the titles. So I'm going to go to my reading journal. If I can get it. Oh my gosh, get off of her. And in my reading journal, I have all of the books in the reading journal. So let's just look, and then I will take them out as I see them. Pretty basic, just a picture of her. I feel like this is kind of basic, right? It's just like, it's just really water and there's an island with a little house on there. I feel like that's kind of basic. I don't know, maybe. This seems pretty basic. It's just a picture of a cat. Like, I feel like that's super basic. This one is quite literally just a blue cover. I feel like that's like so basic. That's probably Like, it's got to be something like that, right? Also, just a pink cover. Super boring. Okay, yeah. Okay, so those are going to be our basic covers. Well, now that I've seen these two, pink, blue, I feel like the other ones are not as basic because they have, like, you know, this one has a cat. I feel like this one's just not basic enough compared to the other four because it's got a lot of detail with like the water and the island and the little house. So this is probably not going to be it. But I wanted it to be this one, but I feel like this has a cat on it and it doesn't feel basic enough. Same with the third Gilmore Girl. Like, again, it's just a picture of her, but it just doesn't feel basic enough. And then we're just left with these two. So I'm so sorry. That was crazy. Okay, so 0 to 1, it's a finance book. So notes on startups or how to build the future, which I feel like would be a great book to read if I was trying to be financially intelligent. But this one is one that I actually have wanted to read. I started reading it and then I had a bunch of other books that I had to get to, but it looks like I made it about 74 pages in. And this is called You're Not Enough, and That's Okay, Escaping the Toxic Culture of Self-Love. And I'm actually very interested in this one. It is a Christian-based book. So yeah, I think I'm going to go with this, actually. This is going to be book number 2. Classic. Oh, man. I read a classic this month and last month. What if I do Phantom of the Opera? This feels right. Yeah, this feels right. We'll do this one. Phantom of the Opera. A book that feels like a dream I can't explain. Oh. Interesting. Okay. The Lantern of Lost Memories. What if you could revisit the one moment when everything changed? Okay. What is this? A book that feels like a dream that I can't explain. Andromedia. This one. A young editor develops a close bond with her boss in this shrewd novel about the tension between tradition and modernity and expectations and reality. I don't know. That sounds interesting. I wanted to read this for so long. When a young woman from Tokyo contacts a go-between to request a meeting with a deceased TV star. Let me see. But we also have Watermoon. I'm going to do Watermoon. Okay, so that little backstory on this book, though, is I actually bought it at Barnes & Noble. I was not planning on it, but I actually got all the way to the register and the lady took one look at the books that I was buying and was like, oh, I'm just going to add this to your pile because I already know, like, looking at your choices, I know you're going to love this. And I was like, do it. Just do it. I dare you. Do it. So she added this. And yeah, so I'm actually excited to read it because I don't know, maybe she's a genius. Maybe she's onto something. Maybe my book choices are actually very telling of my persona. So maybe I'm not mysterious. All right. Okay, wait, how many books is that? 4? Oh, we only have 3 left. Crazy. And then I will tell you again, like as with all the videos, I will tell you what the books are about. Like afterwards, we'll do a wrap up. But here we go. All right, here we go. A book where the summary is confusing. Oh no. Okay, this is as confusing as I could find because I don't know. I feel like especially books that are supposed to sell, like they're not trying to be confusing. They're trying to give you like an explanation for stuff. But this one is confusing because I think it's the twist. Like, I don't know. It sounds interesting though, so I'm excited about it. And it's called Sister Butcher Sister. Oops, please don't fall. And I will give you what it's about when I pick my last 2 books. A mystery, which is funny because I just picked a thriller. I think this is a mystery. Welcome to Murder Week. Yeah, it's a murder mystery. I think this would be fun. This is a murder mystery. It would be fun. Oh, or I could do Finlay Donovan. I feel like this has been on my TBR for a while, so we're just going to put this one on. Otherwise, I just don't know if I'll ever read it. Okay, last one. And then I can't wait to tell you about all the books that I've just picked out. Bargain book. I'm assuming this is a book that I purchased at the library and like got for 10 cents. So let's find out. I know what we're reading. Interview with a Vampire by Anne Rice. Yeah, we're definitely going to do this one. Okay, that's 7 books. Okay, let's go through these really fast. Well, not really fast, but let's go through it. Now we're a lot more cozier and I can go through these books and you're not so far away. At first I had you far away so that you could see all of the books behind me and that we could go through those prompts. But now that we have already picked our books, let's just be a little bit closer. Let's be a little bit more intimate and let's talk about these books. Okay, let's go. So the first prompt that we had was the setting has to be a character. And this is the Before the Coffee Gets Cold by Toshikazu Kawaguchi. Not sure if I'm saying that right, but this book is, hold on. If you could go back, who would you want to meet? Ooh, don't fall. In a small black alley of Tokyo, there is a cafe that has been serving carefully brewed coffee for more than 100 years. Local legend says that this shop offers something else besides coffee, the chance to travel back in time. Over the course of one summer, 4 customers visit the cafe in the hopes of making that journey. But time travel isn't so simple, and there are rules that must be followed. Most important, the trip can only last as long as it takes for the coffee to get cold. Heartwarming, wistful, mysterious, and delightfully quirky, Toshikazu Kawaguchi's internationally best-selling novel explores the age-old question, what would you change if you could travel back in time? I think that'll be super cute, super fun. I've been wanting to read this for a while, so it'll be nice to like be able to get into it. Okay, and then our next prompt was a basic cover. What was it? It was like a book with barely any design. So we were looking for a book, barely any design. This has 0 design except for the title. Like it just has a big title on it. And it's called You're Not Enough and That's Okay, Escaping the Toxic Culture of Self-Love by Allie Beth Stuckey. And this book is your quest to love yourself more actually making you miserable? We're told that the key to happiness is self-love. Instagram influencers, mommy bloggers, self-help gurus, and even Christian teachers promise that if we learn to love ourselves, we'll be successful, secure, and complete. But the promise doesn't deliver. Instead of feeling fulfilled, our pursuit of self-love traps us in an exhausting cycle. As we strive for self-acceptance, we become addicted to self-improvement. The truth is that we can't find satisfaction inside ourselves because we are the problem. We struggle with feelings of inadequacy because we are inadequate. Alone, we are not good enough, smart enough, or beautiful enough. We're not enough, period. And that's okay because God is. The answer to our insufficiency and insecurity isn't self-love, but God's love. In Jesus, we're offered a way out of our toxic culture of self-love and a way into a joyful life of relying on Him for wisdom, satisfaction, and purpose. We don't have to wonder what it's all about anymore. This is it. This book isn't about battling your not enoughness. It's about embracing it. Oh, my ear itches. I've been wanting to read this for a while, and I had started reading it once again. I ended up getting busy. I think I actually started reading this possibly when I had given birth to my daughter. I think it's been a while since I went to pick it up again. I can't remember for sure, but I could easily look it up because I do remember talking about it. Oh, I don't have my phone with me. Never mind. I cannot easily look it up. Yeah, I just never got around to finishing it. I'm pretty sure it's because I had a newborn, but I do want to go back to it. So this might be the time. Who knows? Oh, am I losing sun? The next book. I think this is just a classic, right? Yeah. So prompt was classic. So we chose The Phantom of the Opera. In Paris, terror stalks the Opera Garnier. Stories of a terrifying ghost haunting the theater create panic amongst the musicians and audience. But the ghost is no supernatural phenomenon, but a living performing man. Eric, who is hopelessly in love with a promising singer, oh my gosh, the beautiful Christine Day, when her childhood friend Raoul begins courting her, Eric erupts in jealousy and soon the ghost becomes violent and reckless. Combining the atmospheric character of gothic horror with a tale of ill-fated romance, The Phantom of the Opera has been loved by readers worldwide since its first publication in 1925. We're excited! Such an exciting TBR so far. And then we have Water Moon, and this one was a book that feels like a dream I can't explain. This is Water Moon. And it says, a woman inherits a pawn shop where you can sell your regrets and then embarks on a magical journey when a charming young physicist wanders into a shop in this dreamlike fantasy novel. I mean, come on. Oh, by the way, this is by Samantha Soto Yambao. On a back street in Tokyo. Oh, another Tokyo book. Oh, very exciting. On a back street in Tokyo lies a pawn shop, but not everyone can find it. Most will see a cozy ramen restaurant, and only the chosen ones, those who are lost, will find a place to pawn their life choices and deepest regrets. Hana Ishikawa wakes on her first morning as the pawn shop's new owner to find it ransacked, the shop's most precious acquisition stolen, and her father missing. And then into the shop stumbles a charming stranger quite unlike its other customers, for he offers help instead of seeking it. Together, they must journey through a mystical world to find Hana's father and the stolen choice. By way of rain puddles, rides on paper cranes, the bridge between midnight and morning, and a night market in the clouds. But as they get closer to the truth, Hana must reveal a secret of her own and risk making a choice that she will never be able to take back. Come on, that just sounds like one of those wild dreams that you have. So I'm super excited about that one. This one, my shoe fell off. Okay, so this prompt was a book where the summary is confusing, and it took me a while to find this, but it's Sister Butcher's Sister by K.D. Alden. And it says, 3 sisters, 1 killer. Which one is she? The Rolling sisters have always been people you can understand, with partners and children, homes and dreams and secrets. The sisters have those too. But when Kate, the eldest, finally returns to buy her late grandfather's home, the dark things each sister has kept buried soon rise to the surface. Is Kate having unexplained visions tied to a past she can hardly recall? Is Aurora, the married mother of 2, finally acting out in the face of her sister's indiscretions? Is Peggy, the youngest and a recovering addict, able to move on from the memories that haunt her? And then there's she. She is one of them, but she is not like them at all. She is defined only by the carnage she lets the world see, the murders that have swept through their coastal community, and as the police close in on their newest serial killer, scrutiny lands on the Rowlings, forcing them to face their demons and reveal all they have kept hidden. Dun, dun, dun. I just felt like this was kind of confusing because I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, why are we using improper grammar? A mystery book. This is Welcome to Murder Week by Karen Duquesne. And, oh no, don't fall. When 34-year-old Kath loses her most absentee mother, she doesn't know how to mourn. With days of quiet, unassuming routine in Buffalo, New York, Kath consciously avoids the impulsive lifestyle that her mother once led. But when she goes through her mother's things one afternoon, Kath is perplexed to find tickets for an upcoming murder week in the Peak District in England. A whole town has come together to stage a fake murder mystery to boost tourism in their quaint hamlet. Baffled but intrigued by her mother's secret purchase, Kath decides to go on the trip herself and begins a journey she never could have anticipated. Teaming up with her 2 American cottage mates, both ardent mystery lovers, Wyatt Green, who works unhappily in his husband's birding store, and Amity Clark, a divorced romance writer struggling with her novels, Kath sets out about solving the crime and begins to unravel shocking truths about her mother along the way. Amid a fling, or something more, with a handsome local maker of artesian gin, Kath and her irresistibly charming fellow sleuths discover that their week of fake murder helps them face up to real crossroads in their own lives. Witty, wise, and deliciously escapist, Welcome to Murder Week is a fresh, inventive twist on the murder mystery and a touching portrayal of one daughter's reckoning with her grief, her past, and her own budding sense of adventure. I don't know, it sounds cute. It's her biggest book. Like, lengthwise. I think this is probably our thickest book. But this one was a bargain book, correct? Yeah, a bargain book. And this is Interview with the Vampire by Anne Rice. And, oh my goodness, this is so dark. Okay, I need some light here. Here are the confessions of a vampire. Hypnotic, shocking, and chillingly erotic, this is a novel of mesmerizing beauty and astonishing force, a story of danger and flight, of love and loss, of suspense and resolution, and of the extraordinary power of the senses. It is a novel only Anne Rice could write. Oh, that's it? That's the whole summary? Is there no more? Okay, Okay, well, I guess it's just the interview with a vampire. I don't know what this book is about. I thought there would be more on the back. There isn't. Look at the color scheme. It's so satisfying, actually. Like, do you see the color scheme going on? I don't know. It's very satisfying for me. I'm super excited to read all of these books. I don't know if I'm going to read all of them, but I'm hoping to read a lot of them, actually, because a lot of them look really good. And I just dropped all of them. Okay. Well, I'm not going to, oh my gosh, there goes the rest. I'm not going to start reading these just yet. I'm going to wait until March because I do have a February TBR that I do need to get to, but I will be reading these in March, which when you're watching this video, March is literally coming up. So I will be I'm not going to watch any of these. I'm going to read these in the month of March. And then I'm hopefully, now that I have all of these, books to read, I maybe possibly will have a vlog in March. I don't know. We'll see. I don't want to promise anything. Like, I don't want to get your hopes up, but also I would love to do a vlog again. I do have some ideas, so I'm really excited about them. And of just like vlog ideas, things that I can do that are like short, as a mom, as somebody who can only film when their kid is sleeping. And yeah. Anyways, that's all that I have for you today. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you guys in the next one. Okay, bye.